So, we are not going in, is basically the plan here. So yeah, in the last stream, we put on the slave clothes and we went in and hung out, and we saved Cassima and basically nothing else. So what if we don't do that? There are plenty of other things. We've not even used the skull for anything, which is so much less than everything. So we clearly have not done used this game to its full potential. But we did give the rose to Cassima, I believe. So
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
yeah, we got the okay ending. But we can do better than that. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the Isle
Alexander
of the
feels
Mists.
a strange pulling sensation.
Oh dear.
Great gods, did you see that? The man just appeared from nowhere.
Perhaps he was sent by the spirits. I
Whoa.
see no boat.
That's
He
Josh
is an
Mandel.
intruder, no matter how he got here. Grab him!
It's Dad. Dad is taking us hostage.
Not again. Look, I'll leave. It's no problem.
I think
Not again.
Let's go.
Oh, the winged ones did the same thing to us.
Alexander is frozen at the spectacle before him. Robed figures are gathered around a bonfire. Some mystical ceremony is taking place, but as to its purpose, Alexander has no clue.
So this is
We found
superficially.
a trespasser on the beach, Archdruid.
That's totally Josh Mandel.
Uh-oh. Archdruid. Now what has Alexander wandered into?
This is superficially similar to
This must
last
be the
time.
foreigner we were warned about. How appropriate that he should come during our rain festival. Place him in the sacrificial cage.
But
Wait! I must rescue the princess!
there'll be a
There's
crucial
an
difference.
ancient druid saying, a man who would save others must first save himself.
Alexander is pushed into the confining wicker cage.
No, not the. Oh, I made that joke already. Sorry.
And the cage is swung
Ah,
out over the
he has a
bonfire.
lion claw. That's excellent.
Alexander starts to feel a little warm. The bottom of the cage is getting uncomfortably hot. Mercifully, Alexander passes out from the heat before the first tongues of flame ignite the wicker.
Oh wait. Oh no, what happened? Oh. Whoops.
Tickets up.
Just kidding.
Next.
Feeling hot and sweaty? Try a shower.
That's really good advice, actually. Alright. So wait, what was it? Going in. Okay. Whoops. So here's what I missed. This is the book. Spell book. And there's a magic paint spell. Here's a make rain spell. A few drops of salt water not from the sea, vial of sacred water, and falling water. We actually have all that. So first mix salt and sacred waters in a teapot, then add falling water. Speak incantation over teapot to enchant, and heat to boiling to activate. So let's enchant it.
Alexander prepares
That's
to
sort of what we
enchant the
forgot.
hunter's lamp with the make rain spell incantation.
Clouds of thunder, shafts of light.
They should have an animation.
Come and sup with me tonight. Waters 3 have I for tea. Brew a tempest now for me.
There, that's the animation I was looking for. Except it should have been playing before. But whatever, video games are really hard.
The lamp in Alexander's hand gives a little perk. He hopes the spell works despite his makeshift teapot.
Oh man, Slyo, you missed the skeleton zone? Oh, well, this stream will be full of skeleton zone. For that, I promise. All right. Let's try that again.
Alexander feels a strain.
You could probably make tea in a lamp like that. We get to listen to King Graham take us away
Great
again.
God, did you see that? The man just appeared from nowhere.
Perhaps he was sent by the spirits. I see no boat.
He is an intruder. No matter how
it's
he
just
got
King
there.
Graham.
Grab
I
him.
can't get over that.
I think
Alexander is
We found it.
Uh-oh.
this ma-
Wait!
There's an...
Okay.
Alexander... And the cage is swung out over the bonfire.
I mean, they got some real professional voice actors too, but then I guess they also
Alexander starts to
reused
feel a little
some
warm.
old ones. They can only pay for like. I mean, they had Tony Jay and Robbie Benson.
The
then they
bottom
had
of the
blown their
cage is
entire
getting
VA budget.
uncomfortably hot. This cage is really hot. Fire in the cage.
Oh no!
Alexander pulls out Beauty's old slave clothes, desperate to beat out the flames. The flame is extinguished, but the clothes themselves burn to cinders. Alexander won't be able to keep the cage from igniting for long.
I guess we can't do the slave girl thing anymore.
The heat and movement must have jarred something. Something that Alexander's carrying is starting to jiggle around. Egad, something's really percolating. The water in Alexander's lamp is hot. It's just about boiling.
That doesn't make any sense, by the way. Nor would smoke make any sense.
Alexander feels a drop. It starts to rain.
And then this line happens.
That man is a powerful nature wizard. By the sacred oak, let him down!
That man is a powerful wizard.
I must apologize for our rude welcoming committee.
That was not accidental.
We've been feeling inhospitable ever since the winged ones stole our sacred miniature oak tree.
Miniature.
Besides, Wazir Al-Hazred sent a message that we were to watch out for a highly dangerous foreign assassin. I assume you are the one he meant.
Convince
I'm
your
sure
enemies
I'm
that you are a
precisely
wizard and
who he
become
meant.
immune to all laws.
I assure you, I mean to harm no one, unless that person threatens the princess. I'm sorry to have disrupted your ceremony, but I'm running out of time.
What is it that you seek?
The oracle on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain told me I should speak to you about the realm of the dead. She told me of two souls in unrest there that I might be able to free.
Oh, right.
Free
She did.
souls in the realm of the dead? You're mad.
The souls might be able to help me on my mission to save the princess. It's imperative that I do everything I can. The risks are not important.
No. And yet getting yourself killed will hardly help the princess. But I will tell you what I know. Legend has it that it is the right of any human to challenge the Lord of the Dead in order to save his own life or the life of another already past. But the knowledge of how to do this was lost centuries ago. I have only heard of one who tried it, a young knight who came to the land of the Green Isles from a distant land long ago. According to the story, he was determined to challenge the Lord of the Dead for the soul of his dead lover. It is said that he tamed the Lord of the Dead's horse, a black-winged, demon-hearted beast named Nightmare.
Because of course it is.
Nightmare sometimes flies to the human world to feed on certain noxious plants. Those unfortunate enough to see her are glad to escape with their very souls intact. Somehow the night captured Nightmare and rode off on her back, supposedly to the realm of the dead. But neither the knight nor his lover ever returned. If there was a means for challenge, it was lost with the night.
I see. Can you tell me anything about the Lord of the Dead?
Ah, that is a blacker matter still. To the druids, he is Samhain, lord of coldness and despair. Samhain was once a man like you or I, but he insulted the gods and was sentenced to rule the underworld.
Yikes.
Immortal he is and mateless, robbed of sleep, robbed of movement, robbed of companionship.
And that's what you
It
get
is
for
said
blaspheming.
that he hates all mortals even more for the mortality that he lost. That is all I know.
Interesting. I shall remember.
Now look how the oak embers of our bonfire still glow hot despite the rain. If you're bent on your course, you'll need courage that's just as impervious to the chill.
Curious that you conspicuously
May
mention
your
oak
luck last
embers.
longer than your storm, brave one.
May it indeed. Thank you, Archdruid.
Because, if I recall correctly, didn't we, one skull full of hot oak embers? Interesting. So, yeah, skull full of hot oak embers, a bit of sulfur, brimstone, and a strand of pure-hearted maiden's hair. So, this is normal.
Alexander scoops up some of the red-hot embers in the ancient human skull.
And then the inventory item becomes so excellent. Yes! Alright. Here's the other thing. So apparently, like, rotten eggs smell like sulfur. But they don't actually have sulfur in them, do they? Either way, we're supposed to put the rotten egg in the
Alexander
in the
cracks
thing.
the spoiled egg and dumps it into the skull containing the embers.
Can
The
we get
spoiled
that as an
egg
emote?
hisses as it makes contact with the hot embers. Sounds the steam. Phew, the smell of sulfur.
I guess if I ever get Twitch partner, which will actually never happen, I will be sure to make this an emote for you. But alright. And we also need a pure-hearted maiden's hair, which, how are you supposed to get that? Luckily we have this hair ribbon, so I hope Cosima hasn't been getting up to any business.
Alexander examines the red ribbon and finds a strand of long black hair.
Let's put that in there.
Alexander puts the strand of hair into the skull containing the embers and the spoiled egg.
Alright, so, seems like thiols are what they put in gas to make it smell. I mean, because natural gas doesn't have a scent by itself. And the bacteria in the egg produces hydrogen sulfide, so it actually does have sulfur. Yeah, I guess like the Franker faces, that's a real thing. But you'd have to install the extension. Which I do actually have in Chrome, so I can see it. But yeah, let's just focus on getting me to be a Twitch partner, because that's gonna happen, I guess.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Well, I was, sort of done last night, just not done enough. So, apparently Nightmare has been known to feed on certain noxious plants, and we also found a horse feather before, curiously enough. So what
Alexander
if...
feels a strange pulling sensation.
What if... I think I've seen some noxious plants before. Yeah, exactly. Just need 10,000% more viewers. And then it'll come rolling in. Oh, look, a horse.
Alexander arrives at the top of the cliffs, somewhat winded after his long but uneventful climb.
Alright. And that's not a hint of what's to come. I just hate nightmare as a pun. I love most puns, but nightmare really gets me. So, I guess we recite the thing in the presence of the creature. Alright, so add hair and brimstone to skull, and then speak incantation.
Alexander solemnly speaks the incantation over the skull.
Skulls.
Creature of night, to me succumb. Fire and brimstone leave thee numb. Purity bind thee like a chain, to do whate'er I now ordain.
This is definitely Bad Horse.
Nightmare flares her nostrils at the scent of the fire and brimstone.
That's it. Come on. I need passage to your homeland, fiery one.
He's so cute. Look at the cute little horse.
Unable to resist the power of the enchanted smell, Nightmare approaches Alexander. Her eyes appear glassy and sightless. In her hypnotized state, she is unaware of the human so close to her flank, or of anything at all except that marvelous smell.
Now ride!
Okay. There's just... Look at this majestic horse. Okay, I guess we're done.
Nightmare deposits Alexander on a strange, cold world. And some of the inhabitants don't look too friendly.
Zombies. Oh, crap. They're moving very quickly. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Ah! What actually happens if they touch me?
Uh-oh. One of the wandering ghouls brushes up against Alexander. The touch of the putrid flesh dissolves the living matter like acid.
Shit.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
Alexander's mother always told him to avoid bad ghouls.
Womp, womp. Alright, but there's some ghosts, and they look a lot more friendly. There we go.
Who are you, grieving spirits?
I am Queen Ilaria of the land of the
Whoa,
Green Isles.
she looks a lot
And
like
this beloved
Casima.
spirit is my husband, King Califan. We were murdered in our beds by our trusted Wizir. Like a viper, he snuck in during the night and stabbed us in our sleep. Now my husband's soul is broken, and he will not speak.
Then you
And the
are
store to get a
ones
new
I
one
seek.
isn't even open.
Are you not the parents of Princess Casima?
Our daughter! Have you news of the princess?
I know that she is alive and safely back in her kingdom after being rescued from Mordak. But I'm afraid I have not personally seen her. Alhazred is keeping her in her room in mourning for you.
I am glad to hear of her return.
Whoa,
But
what?
she will not be safe alone with that devil. Oh, that we could be there to protect her.
Casima, how I fail thee.
That's quite a portrait.
My poor husband will never rest while our murder goes unavenged and our daughter is in danger.
I came to take you back with me. Your people are still loyal to you. They need to know about the Wazir. Cassima needs you too.
But this is the realm of the dead. We cannot leave it. Nor, for that matter, can you. The only one who might be able to return us all to the land of the living is the Lord of the Dead. But he would never help us.
Ironically
He has
enough.
no mercy.
I might be able to convince him. I must try.
Then take this. It is my ticket to the underworld. There you will find the Lord of the Dead. I cannot use the ticket as long as I'm chained here. And if we cannot be avenged, I will never be unchained.
Thank you. Perhaps it will save us all.
So yeah, they're stuck in the lobby until they
careful,
get their
young
shit
man.
sorted out.
If you can ease my husband's torment and help our daughter, we will be most grateful.
I will do my best. Goodbye, Queen Ilaria.
So that's what's up there. Another ghost. Ghosts are friendly. Zombies evil. Ghosts friendly.
Why do you not rest, sad spirit?
She's also stuck in the
Rest.
lobby.
I cannot rest. My son is lost.
Lost? You mean in this realm?
No. His spirit is stuck in the land of the living, probably looking for me. But I cannot leave to go show him the way. My poor Ali.
Is there anything I can do?
Take this handkerchief. If you get back to the land of the living and find him, tell him that his mother is waiting for him here. By this kiss, he'll be able to find his way to the realm of the dead.
I'll do
Smooches.
my best to find him.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my Ali.
Ghost smooches. Boop. All right, and that's not the shopkeeper, by the way. So you have like a ghost handkerchief.
Alexander is carrying the mother ghost's translucent handkerchief.
It's really a handkerchief, ghost
The
handkerchief.
ghostly ticket reads, "Admit 1."
That's good. So we're almost to the death screen. So yeah. Oh no, there are zombies on the screen.
The skeleton to the left of the path hands something to the spirits that approach the underworld entrance.
Ticket, please.
Oh, we actually have to say the line?
Next.
What are you giving to the people? Can I get one?
Might I get one of those tickets?
The
Oh.
skeleton with the tickets must not approve of Alexander's less than ghostly looks. He refuses to give him a pass.
I must see the Lord of the Dead. Please let me pass.
Tickets only.
Oh, we actually get to hear that line too.
The skeleton at the door seems quite determined.
My guess is that they were trying to truncate it so that it just said tickets. But they truncated it not well enough, so it said O. So we have a ticket. We can pass by.
I have a ticket.
Oh, on. Next.
Can we go back?
The door to the underworld refuses to budge. As with all things of this realm, there is no turning back.
So that's bad actually. So let's restore. Because that guy has a key and I'm interested in it.
It's unlikely that the skeleton would allow Alexander to just take his key.
But what if we did something else?
Alexander picks up the two bones on the ground. Now, what do these bones remind him of?
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
The skeletons are overcome with the musical call of the bones. They begin to jiggle, then to dance.
Skeletons just love this song. Yeah. Skeleton chorus line.
Alexander finishes his tune, and the skeletons resume their posts. Despite their frolic, they don't seem any friendlier.
The entire game should just be more of this. Yep, this is definitely adventure games in a nutshell. But,
Alexander picks up the skeleton key.
skeletons. This is important.
The skeleton key is made out of small bones.
Bones. Eat the bones. Alright, so now we've got a ticket, so let's actually move on.
Alexander sees no way to use that there.
Oh, come on.
I have a ticket.
Go on. Next.
Alright, so... Yep. Alright. So we've actually been here many times, just the game is always cut off before then. Let's look at this unfortunate fellow. Oh no!
Apparently, Alexander's not the only one who's curious about the body on the path.
Skulls.
A knight's remains lie abandoned on the path. The knight, like Alexander,
Oh,
must
wait.
have been alive when he entered the underworld. But for some reason, he never reached his destination. Alexander wonders if this is the knight the druid spoke of.
That's kind of weird because this is like the least dangerous screen in the Land of the Dead. What's with the
The ribbon
handkerchief?
is so old, it would crumble at Alexander's touch. The knight is wearing an old, tattered ribbon. It must have once meant much to him as a sign of his lady's favor.
Alright, what about this?
The knight is wearing one
Gauntlet.
black gauntlet. There appears to be some writing on the gauntlet, but Alexander can't quite make out what it says.
Can we take it?
Alexander takes the knight's black gauntlet and examines the writing on it. Flesh may cross the portal and seek its master, death. Flesh may go where death is trod, and challenge, like Scheherazade, he who reigns beneath the sod, to spare a mortal's breath.
Yeah.
That sounds serious.
Alright. So yeah, this is actually... This is the rules.
The gauntlet is made of black iron and has a mess. Flesh may cross
yeah,
the portal and seek
we,
its master, death.
We can do it. We're allowed to challenge death to save a human. Hopefully that works for 2 humans. Because that's really all we got. Let's carefully step over this leg here. And... save again. Let's go. Alright. One very careful thing is that we actually need River Styx water for a spell, so let's get some.
Alexander scoops a little of the river Styx into the teacup with the swamp ooze, being careful not to get any of the black water on his skin.
So that's true. What if we touch the water?
Alexander gets a chill just thinking about putting his hand in that black river.
Oh.
Alexander is anxious to touch as little as possible in the realm of the dead.
Can we, like, fall into it, though?
Alexander
Yes.
slips off the banks and plunges into the river Styx. As the black water comes into contact with his skin, Alexander feels himself going numb from the legs up. He sinks like a stone.
And then we're back here.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
Hey, what a fix. Bathing in the river Styx.
Yeah, I remember that. Alright. Well, we know what to do, because that's what the coins are for. They even have a C on them for Charon.
The 2 coins from the skeleton in the catacombs are extremely old and corroded. Considering where those 2 coins have been for the past few hundred years at least, Alexander prefers to touch them as little as possible.
But alright, we know what they're for. Oh, maybe they actually have a D on them? I don't know.
Will these coins do as fare for passage?
Charon accepts the fare
Charon.
and waves Alexander onto the boat.
That's not how you pronounce that. Guess maybe we could have talked to the guy. Hold up, I kind of want to talk to the guy. Hey.
Charon stands in his boat, eternal ferryman of the dead. Alexander can't quite make out what's under Charon's cowl, and he's not sure he would want to.
Just hold out a hand.
Charon's boat is an unearthly vessel. It bears a huge skeletal prow for slicing through the river Styx.
That's what skeletons are for. Staff.
Charon stands in his boat.
Okay. What about talking?
I must see the Lord of the Dead. Please, let me ride across the river Styx on the ferry.
Charon apparently has rules as strict as those of the skeletons at the underworld's entrance. Alexander is not getting on that boat until he gives Charon the appropriate fare.
Alright. Well, in that case, we'll do it.
Will these coins...
Charon
Okay. Alright, so far so good. We actually cannot get River Styx water from this scene, which kind of sucks. Then we take a nice boat ride. I'm gonna save again. And
Alexander
go
reaches out to open the gate. Suddenly, the wood trembles beneath his fingertips.
What touch has awakened my sleep?
Oh no, it's Tony J.
I smell the blood of a mortal. Reach out thine hand again, fleshy human, that I might devour it. It has been centuries since I last ate.
Okay.
Alexander decides to try to force the gate open.
He didn't even say anything. I got gypped out of a Tony J line.
Tickets. Oh. Next.
It must have been love at first bite.
Wah, wah. Alright, well... Let's talk?
Despite his fear, Alexander summons his bravest voice to command the living gate.
I would pass, Gate. I have business with your master.
My master and thine, human. I would be pleased to introduce thee. Only step forward and thou shalt meet him shortly.
No, thank you. I come to meet the Lord of the Dead with my flesh still intact.
And why should I let you pass, human, when I would much rather eat you?
That's a good question, actually.
I have been told that there is a way for humans to enter Death's realm. There must be something I can do. Some task that will allow me to pass through your doors, Gate.
I
Gate.
seem to recall something. A trick. Perhaps a test. Yes. Should a human try to pass, a riddle is Gate's wont to ask.
The Gate's name is
Riddle
just Gate.
it is, then.
And if thou wouldst fail to answer Gate, his thirsty jaws will be thy fate.
Agreed.
Listen as though it meant thy life then, human, for it surely does. My first is foremost legally. My second circles outwardly. My third leads all in victory. My fourth twice ends a nominee. My whole is this gate's only key.
My first is foremost
Shut up,
legally.
narrator.
I
Oh no.
don't know the answer.
Ah, don't sound so disappointed. I will make it quick. Perhaps.
You're...
Yum.
Yeah. Tasty. Alright,
Tickets.
so if you have any
Next.
experience with wordplay riddles,
Riddle fiddle. What to do? Somewhere sticky, there's a clue.
so if you have any experience with wordplay riddles like that, it's pretty obvious what the answer is. It's love. Because foremost legally, the first letter of legally, circles outwardly, O is a circle, leads in victory, twice ends a nominee. It's love. That's the answer. And actually the death message I got when I first touched the gate actually had love in it. And then here it says somewhere sticky, there's a clue. Because if you'll recall, when we got the paper, the little corner paper out of the spider's web, it had love written on it. And it looked like it was part of the page torn out of the riddle book. Now, this is an extremely roundabout way of hinting at the fact that the eternal riddle that the gate to the Lord of the Dead uses in order to determine whether you are worthy to witness and to have an audience with the Lord of the Dead came from a riddle book, like on Earth somewhere. That's I don't even know what to say about that. So, yeah. That's a good question about the river Styx water. I think I got it.
The little china the teacup contains
There we go.
swamp ooze and water from the river Styx.
So, yeah, we're good. So let's try this again.
I would... No. I...
And if
Agreed.
this my
Okay.
My first
So,
is foremost
L-
legally.
O
My second circles outwardly.
E.
The answer is love.
thou traitor of the mortal plane, how didst thou guess love? That riddle should never have been solved. Love is unknown in this realm.
Well, I'm not from this realm.
Love cannot
so
be
shush.
banished, even from this place. There are spirits still pining of it on the surface above. Still less can it be banished from my heart.
Oh, gag me
Enough.
with a spoon.
Burden me not with thy poetry. Pass through, and quickly, before I change my mind.
All right, I'm dropping a lot of frames, you guys. Does it seem okay to you? Cause I don't want to, you know, I don't want it to be bad. So I might need to do this another night. Does everything seem okay? I don't really know what to do. I'm gonna keep going and hope everything's okay. Look,
Excuse me.
The
I'd like
anti
an
Ku Klux
audience,
Klan.
please.
The shrouded guards escort Alexander to the throne of the Lord of the Dead.
Oh, that's what we're supposed to do, actually.
Why have you entered my domain, still wearing your flesh? If you are so anxious for death, you might have found it easily enough in the land of the living. But since you are here, you are most welcome to stay. Kiss my hand, and you will be one with the spirits. There will be no pain.
That's a decent offer. All things considered. Alright.
There's nothing there that can help Alexander now.
How do I smooch?
With trembling knees, Alexander stands before the Lord of the Dead. Beyond death and his throne, Alexander can sense the multitude of spirits in the Sea of Souls.
Okay, so the Lord of the Dead is not a giant talking skull, which is disappointing, but look at what's behind him.
With trembling knees. With trembling knees.
Okay.
The will to live is strong, is it not? Never mind. I will reach out to you.
The Lord of
Touch.
the Dead's touch fills Alexander instantly with a numbing cold and blackness.
Whoa. Oh my god. That's that's pretty rough. That's very scary. This is very scary. But yeah, that was the old character portrait in case you were interested. But definitely skulls. Alright, let's
I
talk.
seek a boon, my lord.
Why should death grant you anything, mortal?
Alright, he needs the formality. Okay, we're doing this.
I did not come here to die, but to demand my right of challenge. I respectfully challenge thee, death, by throwing down this gauntlet.
Literally.
Man may pass
Reach
the
through it
portal
right there.
and seek its master, death. Man may pass where death has trod, and challenge like Scheherazade, he who reigns beneath the sod, to spare a mortal's breath.
Well, that says
He has
a
the
mortal,
gauntlet.
and you're looking for two, so
Impossible.
nah, it doesn't count.
He challenges death.
Was that Tony J again?
Who are you to challenge death?
Some guy, basically.
A man of flesh is all I need to be, my lord.
Yeah, some guy.
And what is it that you seek with this challenge? The soul of some dead maiden?
I seek the souls of King Califim and Queen Ilaria of the land of the Green Isles.
You would save 2 human souls and emerge alive from this realm yourself? That shall be a difficult challenge indeed. The tomb does not open its doors lightly.
Either all 3 of us leave, or none go.
Very
Shit.
well. Then let me think of an appropriate task. Ah, yes. I have it now. Your challenge is this. For thousands of years, I have sat upon this throne. I have heard every sad tale that can be told by human lips. I have seen tragedies that ended empires, injustices that defy reason, love that would light the very stars turn cold and hard. I have seen torments that cannot possibly be borne, and yet must be for centuries. This thing I have never done. I have never shed a tear. Make me cry, thou man of flesh. That is my challenge.
Wait, like never? Even when you were a
Make
human?
Death cry?
Sooner could he turn sea to stone, or fire to ice.
That's definitely Tony J. It's just the gate, like, chiming in from the other room. Alright. Alright. Let me tell you a story.
Perhaps a tale of my love?
There is nothing you could say of love that would make me cry, mortal. I have had Cleopatra and Helen of Troy stand before me, and they move me not. Your common desires mean nothing to me.
Oh, who is Tony J is actually a really good question. I really like voice actors, so I tend to notice ones that I like and point them out in other things. Tony J is probably best known for being the voice of Frollo in Hunchback of Notre Dame, where he also sings absolutely excellently. He was also the asylum keeper in Beauty and the Beast, which means they've worked together before, actually. But he's just excellent. He did die a few years ago, which was really sad because he did great work. So rest in peace, Tony J. Your voice is magnificent. He was definitely Megabyte in Reboot. His voice is really powerful.
Perhaps.
Okay. So we can't get a choice to have a different. Alright, well I know what to do.
Alexander's heard the expression bored to tears, but somehow he doesn't think it would work in Death's case.
Alright, I'm really glad that was an
Your
option.
time, like your life, has just run out, man of flesh. You have failed the challenge, and now you must pay the price of your arrogance.
Arrogance.
The Lord of the Dead's touch fills...
Joop! Skulls. Hope you're enjoying Skulls, everybody. That's a freaky death scene still, though. Alright, so, birds? Do you like birds?
The Lord of the Dead might indeed miss the sounds of the natural world, but that tin nightingale would probably only make him really upset.
Alright. How many, this flower smells really bad.
The Lord of the Dead has probably smelled much worse things than that flower of stench. It is unlikely to produce any useful response.
How many responses? Can we stab him?
That small dagger will hardly stop death.
This is excellent. Here's a magic map.
I have this, my lord.
That does not provoke my tears, mortal.
Oh man. Can I use that? Just in general? That does not provoke my tears, mortal. Here's a feather from your horse.
Tickling death is a bit of a stretch.
Isn't it though? Is it though? This woman lost her son.
The Lord of the Dead is unlikely to be moved by the Mother Ghost's tale of woe.
Maybe you really hate mint? Oh,
the Lord
go.
of the...
Okay. Okay. Mint.
I have this.
Okay. That does not provoke my... What if he's really sad about the killing of bunnies?
Luck won't help Alexander now.
What about,
Alexander doesn't want to involve Cosima in this. He'd just as soon Death not know too much about her.
That's fair. Yeah, I'd keep my girlfriend out of my, like, crazy missions as well. Scythe. Death loves scythes, right?
The scythe cannot threaten Death himself.
Okay. Do you like magic?
There are no...
Your time,
there are no books in the...
like your
there are no
life,
spells in the book that would
has
counter
just...
that.
The Lord...
Alright. eyes have probably watered eating Altoids, you know? Like, that's... Mint can be pretty powerful. That would totally work. Alright.
Alexander doesn't want to...
Okay. Or, the teacup.
I have this.
Okay. Or the skeleton key. I think that's all of our inventory items.
I have this.
Okay. That was really good. There were a lot of good responses to that.
I have that.
All right. So let's do the real thing, which is the mirror of truth. Ah.
If your existence has been all that you say it has, then truth alone shall be my sword.
The mirror's surface swirls with darkness for a moment, then fills with images even blacker. Reflections of despair, of wailing souls, of shackles colder and more immutable than any forged by man, of a world of thirsts that can never be quenched. Alexander feels the mirror tremble in his grasp, and is glad that he cannot see its face. But the Lord of the Dead is transfixed to the mirror, to the screening of his life. Things long forgotten are once more uncovered. His enslavement to this throne while still a man, the years of watching misery and horror and growing ever more numb to it, the seep of his own humanity, the slow growth of a new thing altogether which became that which he is now. His is an existence that has no possibility of redemption, no end.
Shit.
The surrounding spirits draw away in pain. The truth is so sharp it stabs, so intense it sears.
Oh no, Diphthong is here.
Make it stop.
The mirror of truth cracks from the strain, and death sheds a single gray tear.
Bam.
Truth is indeed a terrible thing. I have worn this mantle for so long, I had forgotten its dreadful weight. You shall take the souls and leave as I agreed. You have been granted a stay from this inevitable reality. I almost envy you. Find the souls he has claimed, and bring them to me. King Calaphim and Queen Alaria, I presume. Your hero has won you a few more years of mortality. May your souls be more prepared for their rest when you return.
Thank you, my lord. I hope that they will.
And you, man of flesh, my steed shall take the three of you back to the land of the living. Tell her where it is you wish to go.
That's actually really that's really considerate, because really he probably didn't have to do that. It's like, all right, fine.
Then.
Here's you're all alive.
I assure you,
good luck.
We will meet again.
No offense, my lord, but I hope that will be many long years from now.
It is never as long as you might wish, mortal. Now, begone.
All right.
Yes, my lord.
And it then speeds up, so they just... It's cute. You get to majestic horsehair again.
Are you coming, Majesty?
Alhazred's treachery must be handled carefully, Alexander. Alaria and I must go gather our allies and form a plan. Watch over Casima. Make sure she comes to no harm.
I don't know what's with the
We
editing.
will return as soon as we can to take back all that has been stolen from us.
I will keep her safe until your return.
Thank you, son. Your love for our daughter must be deep indeed for you to have undertaken death itself for our sakes.
Indeed.
Yeah, jeez.
May we succeed in what awaits us, and live long together as a family.
I mean, that's one way to the in-laws. So, we're here. That's something. I really think that we get to talk to Jalo one more time. I know I just keep coming here and there's nothing that happens. It's not
Hello.
Jalo.
I will be right up. Now, what can I do for you?
Maybe we're supposed to come here, like, in between the Lord of the Dead. I'm actually... Hold up. I'm gonna save here, and then I'm gonna restore, to... Let's go smooches. Yeah, restore to skulls. And now I'm gonna head back to the Isle of the Crown.
Alexander pulls... Alexander...
Because I swear there was another conversation with Jalo that we missed. Nope.
Hello?
Alright, just Jalo doesn't exist anymore. The thing that we missed is that Jalo was saying, it's like, oh, something about the genie, and that maybe, you know, the genie, he's...
Old lamps for new!
I'm getting to you.
Old lamps for new!
Okay. But so he was talking about how the genie isn't really, like, Shamir isn't a bad guy, but he is sort of bound
Old
to the will of
for new!
Tony J. Hold up.
Old...
Lost my train of thought. But he's only evil because he's bound to Alhazred's will.
Old
So if we
for
could,
new!
if we could get the lamp somehow, then we would get the genie. But Alhazred keeps the lamp under a close watch, so we would need to switch it out for an exact duplicate, which we don't have.
There's no reason to use...
Oh,
come on.
Excuse me, peddler, but I have an old lamp that might interest you.
Ah, an old lamp. And what a nice traditional design, too. Take your pick of my new lamps.
In a cutscene, we actually saw what the Jalo's lamp looked like. Or not Jalo, Jalo's lamp. Shamir's lamp looked like. And it looks like this.
Ah, a fine choice, my son. Here is your new lamp.
So,
Good day, and I thank you, sir.
Good day.
in this theoretical conversation with Jalo that we never had, he said, like, well, I mean, I guess in theory, if you got me an exact copy of the lamp, I could do a bait and switch. Not bait and switch exactly, but a sleight of hand
Another
thing.
dud.
But, I mean, how would we even do that? We don't even know what it looks like. So, you know.
Alexander has obtained a new lamp made of blue-colored glass with a tall, thin neck and a cork-like cap.
Hopefully, even though we haven't had this conversation, he'll be on board with the plan. Alright. But, that's a lie, because we're not actually ready for the castle.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Because, I need to trade in this Nightingale. Nightingale was good for, you know,
Would you mind if I traded this in?
for the
Of course,
plan.
Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander
But we want the paintbrush, the one thing we
I
haven't
think I'd
used
like
yet.
the painter's brush.
Very good, Prince Alex. The painter's brush it is. May your painting go well. Feel free to bring back the brush at any time.
Thank you.
I'm sure you have a good reason for deciding to take up an art while you're, you know, trying to save the princess from her imminent, marriage. But so here's the deal. We have one magic spell that we haven't cast yet. And it is the magic paint spell. So we need a cup of swamp ooze, which we have, river Styx water, which we have, and a black horse feather. So add Styx water to swamp ooze in a cup, stir with horse feather, apply to blank surface with the artist brush, then speak incantation over painting to materialize. So we'll draw something and it'll make it an actual thing. So that's pretty powerful. And conveniently, or coincidentally, we also need to get into the castle. Before we snuck in with using a beast dress, beauty's dress, as camouflage, but now we can't do that. So maybe we'll ask nicely. Whoops, I think that was no.
Please, if you'll only be reasonable. I really must see the princess.
Begone! You're not welcome at the castle, Prince Alexander of Daventry.
Prince
We have our
Salamander of
orders, and they
Pageantry.
are quite clear.
Alright. So, we're just gonna go over this way. That's not against the rules, yeah? Alright.
The side of the castle is one big blank wall.
Convenient. So, let's stir the horse feather into the stuff.
Alexander dips the large black feather into the teacup and stirs the contents gently.
Should have done this closer to the camera. The blackness is actually coming out of the feather, going into the teacup.
To his amazement, the jet black color of the feather slowly drains from end to tip into the teacup. The teacup mixture blackens and thickens to a paint-like consistency. Alexander carefully puts it away, discarding the drained feather.
Aw, poor feather. So yeah, let's paint on the wall.
Feeling artistically inspired, Alexander decides to make use of the large blank castle wall.
Let's paint the door.
Ah, a doorway. Just what Alexander was thinking this wall needed.
Mm-hmm. So, let's do it.
With trepidation, Alexander gathers his strength for the enchantment of the painted door.
We're going in.
Magic paint, black as ink. Bring to life what I think. Make it real what I draw, according to this spoken law.
Wait, the
The
narrator
spell
gets to
worked.
say that?
The door has magically solidified.
Wait. That's... Alexander was supposed to say that, though. What? What? Oh, whatever. Alright. There we go. We're going in.
Eager to be inside the castle at last, Alexander opens the enchanted door and steps inside. The magic paint door fades back into the wall. So much for an easy exit.
That's not good. What about this door?
Alexander doesn't see any way of opening that door manually.
What? Okay. Let's try this door.
Alexander opens the dungeon door and slips inside.
Oh, we're in the dungeon. That's good. Maybe I don't want to be in the dungeon. Anything in here?
Alexander
Oh!
Mother, where are you?
You wouldn't be named Ali, would you?
What's the matter, little boy?
I'm lost. I can't find my mother. I don't know why she would just leave me here. I've been alone ever so long.
Oh, look, a tarantula.
Mother, where are you?
You could have a tarantula friend. But maybe you want this instead.
You must be the son of the spirit I met in the realm of the dead. She gave me this handkerchief. and asked me to tell you that she's waiting for you there.
It's Mama's. It even smells like her. I can feel her now. I know where to go.
Yay!
Wait. Before you go, is there anything you can tell me about the castle?
I like to play in secret places. In the basement behind the Man of Steel is a door. Nobody except me knows it's there anymore.
Okay. Well,
Farewell.
alright. That's decent. Well, we did a good thing. So, in the basement behind the Man of Steel, there's a door. Well, what about this door?
Alexander hears the clear sound of guard dog voices coming from behind the door. He decides opening the door wouldn't be wise.
Alright, well, what about over here? What's in this door?
Alexander decides to find out what's on the other side of that door.
Who knows? Hey! You're still alive!
Prince Alexander, I can't believe it. How did you get into the castle?
Well, actually, it's a little hard to explain.
I bet. You run a terrible risk of being here, though. The castle is crawling with guard dogs, especially today. The Wazir will have your hide if he finds you.
I'm sure
I
he
know
will.
that, Jallo. But Cosima is being married today.
Apparently.
What greater risk is there than that?
Of course you're right. Young love. I forgot what heartburn it is. But what are you supposed to do about it?
I've got to try to see her. Maybe even stop the wedding.
Is that all? And here I thought you would try something dangerous.
Don't worry
Jallo.
about me, friend.
That was
Just
quite a
tell me,
sigh, by the way.
where is Cosima?
As far as I know, she's still in her bedroom upstairs. You'd never make it up there, though. The guard dogs are everywhere, and they're very loyal to the crown. Unfortunately, right now the crown means Alhazred. If we had proof of something truly afoul, the guard dogs might listen. As it is, they're your enemies, not his.
I understand.
Foo.
I've had no lack of enemies since I got here. In fact, you'd almost think I wasn't welcome.
There's probably a good reason why so many wish to harm you. I believe the Wazir's genie has learned of your presence on the island.
Oh, really?
Tell me about this genie.
Yeah.
Alhazred brought the genie with him when he came to this kingdom. It is seldom the genie will take human life himself. Usually he is more of a trickster and a spy. But that doesn't mean he isn't dangerous. In fact, he is quite powerful. If, for example, we could get the genie's lamp, then you could master the genie. Alhazred and all our other problems would be solved.
Is that merely wishful thinking? Or do you have something in mind?
Well, I admit I have often daydreamed about owning that lamp. My fingers
Did
are
they just
nimble enough. and
move
I
this
could
conversation?
probably find a chance to steal it. Unfortunately, the theft would be detected immediately, and I happen to prefer my neck attached to my body.
If the theft were detected.
Exactly. So, I have also thought if I had a replica of the genie's lamp, an exact replica, I just might be able to... where would we get a replica of the genie's lamp? Dreaming's pleasant, but I'm afraid it won't help to stop the wedding. But for Cosima's sake, well, I wish you luck.
I
I'll be
swear
there
that
if you can
conversation
think of
can
anything I
happen,
can do to help.
like,
Thanks, Jallo.
in real life. Not once it's already way too late. But either way, let's do the thing.
I've been thinking of what you said about swapping a replica for the genie's lamp. I got this lamp
I've
from the
been
old lamp
thinking.
seller in town. Do you think it will pass?
Why, yes! It's an exact replica. That's amazing. How did you guess?
I suppose it was intuition.
I'll have to wait for the right moment, mind you. But I should be able to get close enough to swap this for the real thing, and none shall be the wiser. Now you shall see Jollo's skill.
I'm sure your hands are mightier than my sword, my clever friend.
Go ahead and do as you've planned, and let me worry about swapping the lamp. If I accomplish the trickery, I'll manage to get the lamp to you somehow. You never fear.
Yeah.
I have faith, Jollo. You are a true friend.
Oh, shucks. I'd do anything for the princess.
Thanks, Jollo. Can I rifle through your stuff?
Alexander doesn't want to intrude on Jollo's privacy by looking through his trunk.
Alright. We like him, so we're not going to do that. Alright. Well... That's pretty good. Jollo's a good guy. Alright. So, let's go upstairs. Oh.
Uh-oh. Guard dogs.
An intruder! Grab him!
I was just looking for the kitchen.
I'll bet you're the foreign saboteur the Wazir warned us about. He sure fits the description. He's supposed to be dangerous, Mike. Let's throw him in the dungeon, then go tell Captain Saladin.
Right. Good idea. You'll stay in here until we find out what the Wazir wants to do with you.
The guard dogs leave Alexander to his fate, locking the door noisily behind them. Alexander wonders how he'll get out of this one.
So... Oh!
Psst. Prince Alex.
Jollo, what are you doing here?
Never mind. Quick, before the guard dog patrol comes around again.
Jollo! Jollo's a friend.
But how did you know I was...
This is no place to talk, Alexander. Just trust that I know everything that goes on in this castle. Now, be more careful. If you get caught again, I don't know if I'll be able to get you out.
Jollo is a friend. Alright, that's probably fine. So, this Man of Steel, though.
Alexander examines the suit of armor, but sees nothing special.
Oh, come on. I don't buy it.
Remembering what the little boy ghost said, Alexander experiments with the suit of armor. He pushes down, then pulls up on the knight's right arm. A secret passage.
Yeah.
Alexander hears the sound of voices coming from nearby.
Ooh.
Alexander peers through the chink in the wall.
You can't say that word.
Captain, I've been hearing rumors from the guards who've been watching the princess.
Uh,
They say lately she's been pounding on her door and
Josh
begging to be
Mandel is
let
back.
out. Ain't none of my business, sir, but news like that is upsetting the other dogs. Ain't no guard in the castle who would willingly keep the princess anywhere she don't want to be.
Alhazred claims that a foreign intruder is here to assassinate her. That's why she's got to be kept under lock and key, right up until the wedding.
Call me an old dog that can't learn new tricks, but I say the princess should be the one given the orders.
Alhazred has been in charge for months, what with the king's death and Casima's mourning. Tonight, the wedding will seal it, and there's nothing we can do about
I like when
Like him or
when
not,
Saladin
he's
has
our
angry
liege.
eyebrows.
Need I remind you of your oath to the crown?
Aye, we've an oath. For the sake of the princess, we'll not be forgetting it. He'd just better treat her well.
Speaking of the Wazir, what do you reckon he's keeping in that magical room of his?
I don't know, Graham. What do you think?
It's not a magic room. It's just the door he's enchanted somehow. I say he's still got the royal treasury in there, along with whatever else he's so eager to protect. Not even the court treasurer is allowed in there anymore.
I heard him in the hall the other day. He was speaking to that door. Black magic is what I say. I heard him say Ali, but then Bay came up and started yapping at me.
Enough! It is not our place to question
Angry
the
eyebrows.
practices of our liege, no matter how strange. The wedding will be starting soon. Report to the throne room when you hear the music start.
Oh, and then text comes up to make sure that you were paying attention. I heard him say Ali. Okay. Because that's important. Alright. So that's we could try that. Alright, so we'll talk to the door.
Since the door on the west wall has no visible knob or handle, Alexander decides to try to open it with his voice. He composes his words carefully.
Ali. Oh.
Having chosen his words, Alexander uses them to firmly address the door. The door does not respond.
Alright, so it actually wanted us to pick 7 letters, not just... Okay, so we've got half of it. We got half of it. That's not bad.
Alexander opens the secret passage.
Hey, Lucy. Alright, well let's go up. We can go upstairs. Alexander. There we go.
Phew, that was a climb.
Really? That was
Alexander
2
hears
stairs.
the faint sound of a woman crying nearby.
That sounds not at all interesting, and we're going to ignore it. There is a reason I'm ignoring it. But we'll go there later. Oh, Alexander hears something. Let's see.
Alexander looks through the chink in the wall.
Dear Shadrach, salutations from the Society of the Black Cloak, etc., etc. My long preparations are about to come to fruition. In a matter of minutes, I will wed the lovely Casima. Once I've established my power and my crown, I can stage another accident.
Oh dear.
The princess has proven infuriatingly stubborn, as you know. She's becoming quite a dangerous little thorn in my side. In a way, it is a shame I have to kill her. She is lovely and would be amusing to keep around.
Amusing.
But I can't risk her talking treason to one of the guards. So far, I've managed to keep her locked away, but I can't continue that forever. Well, on to it now. I'd send her to you, but as you know, I had no luck in doing so with Mordak. I close in triumph. King Abdul Alhazred. And now to see to the final preparations. It's almost time for the wedding.
That was not a hee-hee, but it was better than one.
The Wazir's words fill Alexander with blazing anger and fear for Casima's life.
Makes me want to
That
punch
blackguard.
something.
That murderous swine! He'll not have his way if
Swine?
I have anything to say about it.
He mentioned Mordak, so Alexander got sort of into it. This door looks off color. I mean,
There's a vague outline of what appears to be a door on the wall. Alexander sees lots of black cloaks.
Ah. Alright, so we've done this before.
Alexander opens the ebony box and looks inside.
And
Inside the ebony box is a piece of paper with the word Zebu printed on it.
It's a 4-letter word printed in all caps and conspicuously important sounding. Now, from the chest, I think we can use the skeleton key, yeah?
Alexander inserts the skeleton key in the trunk's lock and turns it. He hears a click. Alexander opens the trunk. Alexander picks up the most recent letter and examines it. The letter is addressed to Abdul al-Hazred from the wizard Shadrach. It reads,
So yeah, this is not the one you just wrote.
"Greetings
It's the
to
last
a
one
brother
he
of the Black
received.
Cloak. I was sorry to hear of great.
Yeah,
it seems it
seen
looks like
this.
there's not much left."
That fiend.
That fiend. Yeah, he always forgets the second half of his password, so we had to write that down.
Alexander crawls back through the wardrobe to reach the secret passage.
You know, like you do. So let's keep going. Doop. 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 Nope. Doop.
Alexander hears the faint sound of a woman crying nearby.
Now let's actually talk to her. Doop doop doop. Doop doop doop. And let's go.
Alexander peers through the chinks in the wall, trying to locate the source of the crying sounds. Alexander's palms begin to sweat and his heart to race. It's Cosima. He's found her.
Psst. Princess Cosima.
What? Who's there?
It is I, Alexander. I'm here behind this wall.
My, how suave that sounds.
Alexander? It really is you. Oh, I knew you were close by, but how did you get inside the castle walls?
It's a long story and not important now.
I broke
in.
in.
My ring.
Oh, yes. It has brought me such comfort, Alexander, to know you were close by and had not forgotten. But you shouldn't be here. You're only endangering yourself.
I'm afraid I'm not the only one in danger. Princess, be brave. I've heard such vileness today, such evil.
What is it?
Al-Hazred. He is not what he appears.
Fuck that guy.
I've known that for years, Alexander. But with Mother and Father gone, I'm afraid there's no stopping him. But tell me of what evil you speak. I have been so afraid for my kingdom, not knowing what he plans.
The kingdom is in trouble, but the real threat at the moment is to your safety, Princess. Al-Hazred has such plans. You don't want to wed Al-Hazred, do you?
How can you ask? Of course not.
Yeah, we get to have more of a
You do not wish to
conversation
marry
since we're not
Cosima.
standing in the
You
hallway.
shall not. I promise you. But we must get you out of here now. You are not safe.
But Abdul would tear the castle apart if I were to disappear from my room. You shall have to do what you can to delay his plans from your end.
I can't just leave you here.
Alexander, do not despair for me. I have been safe in this room for nearly 6 months now. Abdul can be in no hurry, whatever he plans. After all, I'm to be his bride, am I not?
About that.
I have been planning too, you see. I believe I can escape. If I can only get a chance to lay my hands on a weapon, there might be an opportunity in the hustle of the wedding.
But I...
Shh, just a moment more, then you must go. Let us not waste time with words. Please, let me just look at you, dear Alexander.
Alright, well first I have a bunch of inventory items to show you. So here's this letter.
I found this letter in the Wazir's bedroom. I think you should know what it says.
Also, I like how Casima's just staring at his, like, scarf ascot thing.
I can't believe it. I had my suspicions, but this confirms everything. Alexander, you must keep the letter. You might have a chance to show it to someone who can help you stop Alhazred. Just be careful.
She takes out the please. Also, have this scythe for protection.
Although Alexander would gladly offer Casima all that he owns, that item would be of little help to her now.
Alright. Fine, have this classy dagger for protection.
Here, take this dagger. It's not much, but it might come in handy.
Why, it's perfect. This is just the sort of thing I've been looking for. Thank you, Alexander. I'll keep it close and use it if I must.
You can look at her.
Alexander looks with longing at the fair Casima. She's even more beautiful than he remembered.
That's all we got. Whoa.
Oh no! Someone's coming!
Oh dear.
The lock on Casima's door rattles abruptly.
Alexander, hurry! Step away before they see you!
Alexander hears scuffling and a woman's brief cry from the other side of the wall. Then, silence.
Well, shit. Anyway... Let's keep going. I guess my plan is to go back downstairs. Well, hey, we can check out the treasury room.
Alexander doesn't see any way of opening that door manually.
Yeah, also Alexander was just looking at the wall. Staring longingly at the wall.
Since
Alright.
the door on the...
Okay. So, Ali... Zebu.
Listen, door. I would have you open. Ali Zebu.
It worked.
It worked. Alright, we made it. Some kind of boring stuff. Some
Graceful
faces.
urns adorn the cool treasure room.
Sorry, urns. Shields.
Decorative shields and spears made of gold hang on the treasure room walls.
Contemporary luggage.
Those trunks probably contain the kingdom's treasure, once guarded so well and used so wisely by King Caliphim, now in the hands of that blackguard Alhazred.
But, there's this kind of conspicuous table, I guess.
Alexander pulls the drapery aside, curious as to what might lie underneath.
Oh. It's, these items sound familiar.
On the table is a coat of arms with the head of a beast on the crest.
Beast said that his coat of arms was stolen by the Druids. This must be it.
On the table is a fleece made of gold.
That fleece must belong to the Winged Ones, and they thought the Isle of Wonder had taken it.
On the table is a strange-looking stone that's giving off an odd, high-pitched noise.
That must be the Isle of Wonder's singing stone. Didn't the queens think that the beast had stolen it?
On the table is a miniature oak tree.
Tiny oak
It
tree.
looks very old.
That must be the sacred miniature oak that the Druids thought the Winged Ones stole.
As Alexander looks at the objects on the table, he realizes the depth of the Wazir's cunning. It must have been the Wazir or an accomplice who stole that one thing most precious to each island.
Convenient they
and
had
then
one of those.
leaked rumors that one of the other islands was responsible.
What did the Wazir have to gain by causing the islands to hate one another?
I so wanted the narrator to answer that. Maybe he thought that by causing strife, he would allow political unrest to overtake any machinations that he had about the kingdom. But whatever. All right, so we figured it out. It was
Alexander
Alhazred.
hears the sound of music coming from the east. It sounds somewhat classical, but... oh no, it's wedding music. Alexander hears a door of the north hall open.
Oh no.
Then the sound of guard dog footsteps. The footsteps are headed this way.
Oh dear. Okay. Oh, Jalo.
Alexander hears the guard enter the west hall.
The West Hall. That's that one. So we're all right. Jalo. We're waiting for Jalo to make his way up the stairs. There.
Uh-oh, a guard dog. Alexander's been seen.
I couldn't though.
Hey, you're not allowed down
I wasn't allowed
here.
to move.
I think I'm a little lost. I was looking for the wedding.
I wasn't allowed to move.
Be quiet. The Wizir told us to look out for a saboteur. My nose tells me that's you. Guards!
Alexander watches helplessly as the guards descend upon him.
I think someone must have let our prisoner loose, Ralph. Who would be crazy enough to do that, Hal?
Howl.
I don't know, but if I find out, that traitor will be sorry. Let's keep an extra sharp eye in the halls. We'll make sure no one can get near him again. Right, Hal.
The guard dogs slam the door and lock it. Alexander has a feeling there will be no help from Jalo this time.
Uh-oh. Can we use the key?
Alexander unlocks the door with his skeleton key
Yes, apparently?
and quickly makes his escape.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Also, apparently there are no
Alexander
guards.
hears a door of the north hall open.
Okay,
Then the sound of guard dog footsteps.
okay. We'll make it. We're making it.
Alexander hears the... Wait.
Get up the stairs.
Alexander hears the guard enter the west hall.
Okay. Let's hope there are no guard dogs in here. Alright, okay.
Alexander
We're
looks
okay.
cautiously around the grand hall, but there are no guard dogs to be seen.
We got this.
The wedding music is coming from behind those two large doors.
Wait, I'm doing what now?
Prince Alexander, here, the Vizier will have my head for allowing you within a mile of the royal wedding. Since you are of noble birth, I will give you 5 seconds to explain your presence here before killing you. I warn you, it had better be good.
Alright. We know what to do here. It's this. It's this.
Wait. If
Please
you
don't
love
kill
your
me.
princess, you'll hear me out. The Vizier is not what he appears to be. Cosima is in terrible danger. I have proof that this is so. For your princess's sake, you must believe me.
Let me see that.
Saladin reads the letter, his sword point still against Alexander's throat. Alexander watches the guard dog's noble face darken with rage.
This is treason. I'll have his throat. But how do I know this letter is not a forgery? You could have written this yourself.
But I did not.
D-
Have you no doubts of your own about Alhazred? Don't you see? All he wants is the crown. Cosima is being coerced. We must stop the wedding.
It is true. I have had my suspicions about the Vizier, especially when King Califim and Queen Alaria died. But I have seen Cosima with him several times. She appears to be quite happy, even...
Yeah.
I cannot believe for a moment that she loves that snake.
Also, I
A
talked to her.
jilted lover would not believe it.
Alright. Oh man, my stream is getting Durex condoms.
The captain
Oh,
of the
God.
guard leads
Oh, I
Alexander
bet 'cause
into
it's
the
still-
throne room, where a ceremony seems to be in progress. Alexander feels his blood run cold at the sight.
It's still designated as mature audiences.
Cosima, declare Abdul Alhazred as my lawful and beloved husband and king of this realm.
Now wait. We
But-
don't have the mirror this time.
Cosima. What are you saying?
Do you still claim that the princess is being forced? Perhaps it's you that's the danger, as the Vizier has said.
But no.
Alexander approaches the wedding party.
I don't really know what we're gonna do.
Prince Alexander here? This
Maybe
is
we
an
can
outrage.
convince him. The eyes are sparkly.
How dare you allow this traitor to get past you, Saladin? You stupid mutt! Can't you even keep the castle free of assassins during your own princess's wedding? Kill him! Kill him now!
Lord Alhazred, with all due respect, you are not quite king yet. And this is a wedding ceremony, not an execution.
What? How dare you contradict me, you flea-bitten mongrel? I gave a direct order. Obey me, or feel my wrath.
Milady, I apologize for my behavior, but I am yours to command in all things. I wanted merely to hear your own wishes from your own lips. Tell me what it is that you wish me to do with this young man, and I will obey.
Yeah, the mirror shattered.
Why, Captain, you heard my dear Abdul. If he wishes this atrocious young man's death, then I want nothing more than to see him get his wish. Obey thy liege now and always.
As you wish, princess.
We don't...
Just as Saladin prepares to run Alexander through with his sword, a shout is heard from the direction of the Grand Hall.
Hold! In the name of the true king!
Holy shit.
King Caliphim and Queen Ilaria burst into the throne room, looking alive and well and full of wrath. Behind them, a line of supporters look prepared to battle, if necessary, for their beloved royal couple.
Cosima, darling, are you all right? Has he hurt you?
Hands off of her, you murderous goat!
Yeah.
If I want your advice, I'll ask for it, Mother.
She seems thrilled.
Caliphim, that's not Cosima. I'd know my daughter anywhere.
What have you done with our daughter, you devil?
The lovely image of Cosima suddenly bursts into smoke and is replaced by the Wazir's genie.
Why, you
The priest is really freaked
conniving
out.
serpent!
Get him, guards! Saladin, your sword!
Drat it all! You may have ruined my plans, but you won't get me, or your precious Cosima. Get them, Shamir! I command you!
He's getting away! Stop him!
I'll get right
Yes,
on
sire,
that.
as soon as I deal with this genie.
Okay, you got the genie. All right, we got this.
Alexander, be careful. Alhazred has a sword.
Oh, really?
Shut up, wench! Shamir Shamazel! Get in here!
Here I am, master!
Get in here.
It's about time, you bumbling fool! How could you let him follow me?
Well, there were the guard dogs, master, and then...
Never mind! Just kill him! Kill him now!
As you wish, master. Razzle, dazzle, snap, and snazzle.
All right, but
Alexander, I did it! I swapped the lamps. Here, quick, take it.
yeah, Jalo.
Bless you, Jalo. I knew you
Bless
could do
you,
it.
Jalo.
Now get clear, friend.
No argument there, my lord. Good luck.
We're friends. You don't have to call me that. Anyway, now we have an inventory item. Let's use it very quickly. Boop.
Shamir Shamazel, hold your spells. I am your master now. I order you to go back into your lamp.
How did you get my lamp? You thief! You've ruined me!
My lamp! Oh, thank Valhalla! I hated working for that loathsome creature. I already feel his nastiness leaving me. How I've longed for a master like you.
That's a good point. Why didn't Jalo just do it? It's like whatever, Jalo, you got a genie now. You've earned it.
I've got a new master. I've got a new master.
That's decent, though. Oh, shit.
So, you are a thief as well, Alexander.
Didn't you just
Stealing
see
the
Jalo?
lamp was very clever, I'll
Whatever.
grant you that. But I am the master thief. Face my sword if you dare. The man left standing shall have the lamp.
Yeah, I know all about
So
your
shall it
master
be,
thievery.
Alhazred. I don't need the genie to deal with a coward like you.
I'll just use this decorative sword.
Inspiration.
Alright.
Zound!
Okay, so we know how this works.
The mouse would...
This mouse shall bite.
Ha! You can barely lift that sword, my prince. Better to lay it down now. I promise to dispatch you with little pain.
A tempting offer. But I think I'll wait and see what this sword can do.
Suit yourself.
Punching. Love the punching. Yeah, I truly believe that people dressed up in costumes and pantomimed this so that it could be rotoscoped, and that just makes me so happy. You don't even know. Yeah, Xema.
Alexander's arms start to tremble under the effort of wielding the huge sword. His muscles are nearing exhaustion.
Ha! And so it ends.
Not if I can help it, you murderer!
Cosima thrusts the small dagger into Alhazred's shoulder with all her might.
Definitely the Graham scream.
Ah!
Not that.
You
know.
You dare raise a finger to me? You will regret that, princess.
Boop.
Cosima, are you all right?
I'm fine, Alexander. I was just so afraid for you.
There's no need to fear anymore, Princess.
We did
Yes,
it!
I know. How can I ever repay you? For myself, for my kingdom.
It was not in me to let harm come to you. Can you find it in you, Princess, to give me more than your gratitude?
Alexander, what are you saying?
I love you, Cosima. Would you ever consider... Do you think you could... marry me?
Could you ever have doubted it, my prince?
Smooches. Smooches. There's some tongue involved in there. I didn't notice the mouth movement. That's real.
Oh! Guards!
Princess Cosima, are you well?
I'm quite well, thank you. Please take Abdul and put him in the dungeon. See to it that he gets a doctor.
Yes, Majesty.
These are not deadly smooches. These are victory smooches. Alright, so now we get the real wedding.
Cosima and Alexander
See?
ask Captain Saladin to perform their wedding ceremony. Saladin is honored to do so.
So you've got parents of the
On
bride.
this historical day of
Our
great
parents,
joy in the land of the Green
and
Isles,
me. I'm there.
we witness the union of Cosima, beloved princess of this realm, and Alexander, Prince of Daventry.
Shamir's here.
Do you, Prince Alexander of
'Cause he's
Daventry,
alive.
take Princess Cosima to be your wife, to love and to cherish for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And do you, Princess Cosima of the land of the Green Isles, take Prince Alexander to be your husband, to love and to cherish for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you have a ring?
I have Alexander's royal insignia ring.
You actually can, like,
Very
if you
good.
don't get it back
place the ring on
from the
Cosima's
pawn shop
finger.
owner, like, they'll just be like, no, actually.
Who gives this bride
But
to be
can we
wed?
get married anyway, I guess?
Her mother and I
willingly give our daughter's hand in wedlock.
Yeah.
Who will speak for the groom?
I will. Alexander's mother and I recognize his marriage to Princess Cosima with glad hearts and sanction this union.
Then, Alexander and
Do I get a
Cosima,
line?
I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
More smooches.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Yeah, everyone, all the leaders from the islands are here because we solved their issues.
Congratulations,
We
my
figured out who
children.
stole their stuff.
I have an important question for you both. Please hear me.
Yes, sire?
Alexander, I welcome you into our family with open arms. I place trust in Alhazred because I so badly wanted a son and a husband for my beloved daughter. I was wrong. But you are true and good, Alexander. You have proven yourself to all my people.
Thank you, sire.
Olaria and I have been through much. Even though we have returned to our kingdom, I do not think we are able to reign again. Will you two consider the crown? I know as king and queen, you can heal this small kingdom from all the damage that Alhazred has inflicted upon it.
Oh, Father.
Why, I'm honored. What do you think, Cosima?
I love my homeland, Alexander. I would be happy to stay and serve it all my days.
Father, I believe I'm needed here. Would you be very disappointed if...
Son, you must follow your destiny. I do believe the land of the Green Isles needs you. You'll be a magnificent king, though dearly missed in Daventry.
We already have another kid to take
I
up the
accept.
throne.
Oh, my boy,
Right.
what a man you've become.
Right,
And how I will miss you.
Rosella?
Don't worry, Mother. With Shamir's powers, we'll be able to visit often. I'm not about to forget my family.
Yeah, he just poofed him over here.
Congratulations, Alexander. I'm so proud of you.
That's just
Thank you.
Valenice's voice again.
Dear sister.
Oh, Alexander, I'm so glad. Between the return of my beloved parents and our new reign, you've made me so happy.
I'm
She doesn't
glad
sound
I
all
could
that
make up for
excited.
some of your suffering, my beautiful wife.
Congratulations, King Alexander. When we return home to Daventry, your crew will be glad to hear that their battle at sea was worthwhile.
Oh,
in
yeah.
bringing forth a new monarch.
Your crew's totally
We were
fine,
so
by the way.
worried when your men arrived home without you, son. I'm so thankful that you are safe
In a
and
boat
happy.
somehow.
And I am as grateful that my crew did not pay for my driven heart.
You have only brought us all good fortune, sire. With Shamir saved and his power used for good, reuniting the islands will be far easier. He has already repaired the ferry.
Yeah.
Your road will be easier now that the islands are no longer feuding. Already the wounds are starting to heal.
Yes, my love. Discovering the island's stolen treasures has done more to bring peace to this land than anything else. It is now clear that Alhazred had Shamir steal each of the island's most valued treasures, then blame the thefts on others to cause the islands to hate each other.
Thanks for
Now
clarifying.
let us celebrate our good fortune. The evil that has plagued this land is done, and a new reign begins. Long live King Alexander and Queen Cosima.
Long live King Alexander!
It's just the same.
Long live Queen Cosima! Long live the land of the Green Isles!
Yay! Hooray! Yeah, now we have a more reasonable crowd. Everyone's happy. So yeah, now the game just took 5 minutes to explain to us all the good things we did. And Jalo's still here. And more smooches. Also, Graham's hair has suddenly turned back to black after it being gray in King's Quest V. And now, are you guys ready for the most possible 90s thing? Most 90s possible thing.
You seem so far away,
I'm gonna get, like,
and I just need to hear your voice.
I'm gonna get flagged for this.
I just need to hear you say
Here's Debbie Siebert.
I saw your face, and I felt how soft.
This is the Weeping Willow from the last game. Tony J.
Why do you haunt me night and day? Girl in the tower, I'm reaching out. Please tell me what to do. Here in the tower,
Okay, I'm done. I had to do it. This is just the most like early 90s soft rock. Mark Siebert wrote this. Yeah, sing it. Yeah, I guess 226. I missed 5 points, and I think it's the conversation with Jello. But I mean, it did happen. Oh, I have no idea what 5 points I missed. It's fine. So yeah, I do kind of wonder what I missed, but I do think I missed talking to Jello once, so I'm gonna count that. But that's probably not 5 points. Well. That's oh, and then the game crashes, and that's the run. Man, yeah, this game is so good. It's honestly, it's a lot better than I remember it being. It has so much flavor to it. Like the fact that I could present so many different items to death, and it got the like individual messages was really great. The puzzles are just really interesting, and it does still have a couple dead ends. But they're, for the most part, they're not as cheap as in the last game. Like, you can go into the castle without the stuff you need, and in that case you're screwed. You can go to the catacombs without the stuff you need. You can go into the realm of the dead without the stuff you need. You should kind of know that, you know? Like, you know those are places that are dangerous. Put down a save before you go in there. That is downright generous, especially considering they send you out of the catacombs. They're like, well, we'll give them a chance to prepare. They don't do that if you have all the items you need. But if you do, yeah, if you don't have all the items you need, they will give you a chance to prepare for it. So they're not just automatically shoving you into an unwinnable situation. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I guess you can miss the key. You can miss things in the Land of the Dead, like the river Styx water, and then you're ruined. Especially because like then you can't even get into the castle. But I don't know. It's good. The game is really good. Yeah, it's just it's just better than I remember it. It has so much more interaction to it. It responds to more, and that's just good design. You feel good when the game acknowledges that you've tried something reasonable. Also, it has a skull that is full of fire, and you just you gotta love that. But yeah, so thank you for joining me for King's Quest 6. King's Quest 7 is gonna be next, and that is so good. King's Quest 7 is basically like a Disney movie. Maybe a Don Bluth movie, because the animation's kind of worse. Uh, sorry, that was probably rude to Don Bluth. But no, the animation is worse. But I love it. It was everything I wanted out of life as a child. It's got princesses, it's got adventure, it's got puzzles and cartoons, and I love it. Love it so much. So I'm really excited to get to that soon. I'll probably take a break. I'll stop streaming every night. But yeah. King's Quest 6 is great, and Tony J's in it, and he marries us, so that's really excellent.